Then we'll
Good
go in.
morning. Good morning. We're going to go up for a little bit more delayed opening, real quick.
Morris.
Hello, hello. Welcome in from Tolleson, Arizona. Hello, Wade. You're way out west, aren't you?
Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the spiritual show that flows, where you'll get downloads, upgrades, and with Elevated by Claudene and Love Right Warriors. We're here. Okay. So we've got some fun stuff going on this morning. And again, I want to thank you guys for joining us. Happy Father's Day to anyone out there that just celebrated Father's Day. And we have people in?
Yep. Wade's in and a couple others that.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to start with talking about the solstice. We got the solstice coming up. That's our next huge celestial event that's happening. A lot of really cool stuff happens, neat stuff happens around the solstice. For me personally, I find it very intriguing, and I love recycling. As humans, we recycle with Mother Gaia. That is the process of being a human. That is the reason why, the sun goes up, comes down, all that stuff. And we have now evolved to have 4 seasons. And right now we are going into the summer season. So, with that being said, what I did, because for you regular listeners who watch us a lot, or regularly, I should say, know that I am all about the parasites. I'm not supposed to say that. Okay, that'll be the last time I say that
Internal
word.
critters.
Yep, that'll be the last time I say that word on this show because I am being censored now, big time. I actually got wiped out last night while I was doing my live, and so we're going to use the word critters. So it's really funny. That should say something to you guys. If you can't say a particular word because the algorithm owns it, they're censoring it. It's because that person is speaking some kind of truth. So for the solstice, what I'm doing is we're going to do a 5-day channel of elimination detox. Okay. And this will start tomorrow. And when I say channels of elimination, because it's very important when you are trying to detox your body of anything, heavy metals, critters, biofilm, whatever it is. If you don't do it properly, you're going to make yourself very sick. It's going to be worse. So let's start. I'm starting with the channel of elimination to get you guys going. All of this information is on my website, okay? Elevatedbyclaudine.com. If you go under events, you're going to see an event called the Solstice Channel of Elimination Detox. So you can go there and you'll get all the information that I'm telling you right now. So on this elimination, okay, so why open elimination channels first? Before forcing parasites out, you must ensure the body can flush out what's being released. Okay, so it doesn't the body doesn't reabsorb it. The protocol activates your liver, gallbladder, colon, kidneys, lymphatic system, lungs, and skin. Last week, I tried to go through all these organs one by one and what emotions they hold. So if you need to, go back and watch that show if you want to. But those are what we're going to start to flesh out. Okay, we're going to start letting whatever's living inside of there that is a foreign, that it's got to go. Um, so the daily protocol, we're going to start it on Wednesday, and I like to see you guys do this until Sunday, okay? And then to see what happens, and then we'll come back. I come back live again Monday night, and then Tuesday morning, and then we can see what happened, okay? And yeah, have your phone with you guys when you guys are going to the bathroom too. Take pictures of this stuff, okay? So belly button therapy, morning and night. I'm going to want you guys to apply castor oil, olive oil, black seed oil, or some clean urine. Okay. If you guys are into Shimbambu urine therapy. Okay. I am. So you guys can use that if you want. And you guys can really use any kind of oil you want. Again, I did a complete live on the delivery system of the belly button. And I went through a list. How many herbs did we cover in the belly button?
Oh my.
At least 15 we got through. Yeah, a good amount
Oils. Yeah.
of oils.
Yeah.
Of putting in the belly button, okay? Because this starts to pull out toxins, okay? It works. So you're going to massage that slow circles around the belly button, and that's going to activate the lymphatic system and the digestive system. We're going to start getting that. We're going to start letting the body know, hey, we're doing something here. We're going to do something different. Then hydration, and then malic acid, okay? And the way you're going to get that is start the day with a 16-ounce distilled water. While doing this cleanse, I would like to see you guys just doing distilled water. Okay, it's not forever, it's just temporary. Distilled water works a lot better in the beginning of really clearing out your channels, eliminating that stuff, okay? Later on in the detox, if you want to go to the second step, which will be the heavy metal detox, then the water changes, okay? I'm make my own distilled water, so I'm very much into transmuting my waters. You can always buy distilled water at the grocery store too. And then you're going to start your day with 16-ounce distilled water, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, lime, or apple cider vinegar. I highly recommend apple cider vinegar. Okay. And it works a lot better because you need that malic acid. Or if you want to, and you like I do, I have lots of malic acid supplements that I make myself. And I do have them available on my website if you want to go there and look there. I'm not sure. Anyways, they will be there today if I don't have them on there. Okay. I'll get those on there. All right. So the lemon, the lime, and the apples all have malic acid in them naturally. Okay. So that's, if you don't have the supplements, that's fine. Just use that as for your malic acid. And this will gently prep the liver and the gallbladder for bioflow and toxin release, okay? And if you have any gallbladder stones, or if you have any kidney stones, it may push those out too. Okay, and then beet juice for the liver and the blood cleanse, okay? Go get some beet juice, which also usually has some lemon in it too. Okay, begin with 1 ounce of beet juice every morning and increase it to up to 3 ounces if you can. Be very careful with the beet juice, because if you have any kidney issues or anything going on that is really weak in your body as your organs, this can really shake it up. Beet juice is extremely powerful. That's why I say go slow and low with the beet juice. I've worked myself I can have up to 8 ounces now a day. I love this stuff. If you can't do beet juice, you just can't stand beet juice, then get some beet capsules. Or go get some beets, dry them up, capsulate them, okay? Or you can buy them. And that will support the bio movement, the colon detox, and the blood building, okay? Now, and then for the liver support, you guys can do a tea or a capsule. I have these capsules on my website, and I have this tea on my website too. All right. It's the same thing. And in this tea or capsule, whatever you choose to do, I need these herbs to be included in it. Dandelion root, milk thistle, artichoke, ginger, wormwood. Get as many of those as you can, okay? Again, all of this stuff is available on my website. Okay, then I want you to eat papaya and the papaya seeds, okay? Eat the seeds whole. Don't chew them. The papaya seeds literally have an energy around them, an energy field that will go in there and start moving and flushing these these critters. Sorry, guys. These critters out of your blood, everything, all your channels. Okay. Eat a few slices of fresh papaya daily. Eat as much as if you want. Eat it all day long if you want. Honestly. Swallow at least 1/4 tablespoon of seeds, and they do not taste yucky. They are not gross. There's nothing to them, period. You put them in your mouth, you swallow them with water, they go down really nice because they're all slippery. The film is this is an excellent anti-parasitic enzymes, okay, activity, especially for the gut. Enzymes are everything. If your ileum in your gut is full of parasites, you are not creating the enzymes that you need for your body properly, and your body's not absorbing what it needs to absorb properly and dispersing it out to your body. So getting your enzymes fixed and regulated is super important. My ileum was destroyed. My ileum was full of candida. So I had to really, that was the first thing I did, was flush out my ileum. And once I was able to absorb things and get my enzymes going, I really was able to start flushing these things out like crazy. Plus, not beat on any sugar for 1 year. Then the binders. The binders are most important. If you don't use a binder, don't even do this. Because if you don't do a binder, then you're going to reabsorb all of this stuff back into your body, all these toxins, okay? And while you're doing this, if you feel nauseated at any point of this, it's because the critters are dying off inside of you and they are releasing a toxin. They are fighting for their life. So nausea is very, very common when you're doing this. It doesn't last for very long. It comes and goes throughout the day. It's just what is. Okay, yeah, it's a little uncomfortable. All I got to say is deal with it. Okay, you'll be fine. I promise you. Okay, so the binders, if you can, use 1 or 2 binders. I recommend for you to use at least 2 of these binders: activated charcoal, chlorella, diatomaceous earth, chlorophyll, zeolite. You can use zeolite. There's a lot of binders out there, you guys. Just make sure that you use at least 2. I would say activated charcoal most people have in their home, and the diatomaceous earth. The diatomaceous earth is really good. You just put a tablespoon in about 8 ounces of water, stir it up, and drink it. It doesn't taste like anything, but man, is it powerful. It really pulls those critters out.
Okay. Victor Turnage is asking that he can't afford $8 per papaya. I don't know where you're buying papayas at, or where you're at, I should say.
$8 for a papaya? No way. Are you serious? Even at your Walmarts?
Well, I don't know where Victor is at. Victor Turnage lives.
I do. He's Mississippi.
In Mississippi, you can't get stuff from, wow.
We've got Victor and Victor from Sweden. They're friends now, and they're both have autism.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
This is Victor with the C, and the other one's Victor with the K.
Yeah, they're so much fun. I want to actually have them on my Monday Night Live, both of them.
Okay, so. And then the other thing he's saying, does ground cinnamon detox monsters out of the body?
It will help. It is an herb that you can add. Yes, you can add. You can play with that. Yes, they do not like cinnamon at all. Cinnamon's another one. And Victor, if you go to my website, I'm going to have all this written down for you. Okay, again, it's going to be under events, because this is an event, a solstice event that we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Also, Miss Jess is saying, Claudene, you could probably help me, actually.
Okay. I know I can help you. Of course I can help you, Jess. I would love to.
and to be a part of the event as well. It says tickets, but only because they want to see who's being a part of it. It's not, you're not going to be charged anything.
Yeah, there's nothing that I have to, because I made it an event, you guys, they automatically put tickets on my website. It's just the way it goes. But if you want to RSVP, go ahead. I just put an RSVP ticket. That way I'll know, just press it and I'll know who's doing this with me.
And Victor, I'm not sure where you're getting your papayas, but the large national brands of stores, they charge a lot. However, we go to Asian markets, we go to Hispanic markets. Their prices are overall a lot better. So I would suggest you see if you have any smaller.
He's in a small town. He doesn't have much.
Louisiana.
Yeah, he doesn't have much access to anything. He's up on the mountains. He lives out in the woods. He's got a couple neighbors around him, but it's okay. If you can't get papaya, it's fine. There's black walnuts you can do, and we'll be getting more into that on the next detox, you guys. Okay, after we do this one, we'll get into more foods, more stuff you can put into your body, and I can actually send you black walnuts because I have that stuff. I'm going to be making a tincture with the black walnuts, so you don't have to use papaya. Papaya is just an easy shortcut of getting these things out.
And Miss Jess has a slipping rib syndrome, and she's full of pain. And with these critters, internal critters, believe me, they can add to the problem if you're having slipping rib syndrome, because they're moving around constantly, people.
If you have inflammation in your body, Jess, they'll go straight there and start latching onto there, because I'm not too sure if you know, but I broke my foot 3 weeks ago while I was kayaking with my grandson. And oh, girl, I knew. I'm like, oh, I got more critters. I got more, you guys. This is going to be a really good live today, okay? I've got some stuff for you guys today. I just want to cover, this event that I'm doing for us, and to try to get you guys detoxed. Do the channels elimination, and the coming weeks, let's just say we'll be able to get that pain away out of you. I promise you, by getting rid of these critters. Okay.
Among other things, but
yeah,
the critter elimination is first.
Yep. That's going to be first. And then, it's the heavy metals too. Next, we're going to do the heavy metal detox. Once we do the channels of elimination, Jess, then we'll go into the heavy metals. And that's when you're going to really start noticing a difference in your pain. Okay. But again, if you don't follow these protocols that I put together, again, you're just going to get yourself sicker and be worse, because I do consider myself a master detoxer. It's what I've been doing for so long, you guys. I've been at this for a very long time. Okay. So anyways, so you get the binders, and then I have optional add-ons. Okay. If you want to, for some self-care, encourage movement, heat, breath, and release. Okay. And you can do castor oil packs on your liver, your abdomen, whatever, for 30 to 60 minutes a day. If you want to add that, go ahead. Sauna, Epsom salt baths, sweat therapy. If you're in Arizona, you just got to go outside for a little bit and you'll be sweating really good. With the sun too. I do it every morning while I'm grounding, and I just love it. I get like 3 things done at once because it's hot, and it feels good to have a good sweat, you guys. Oh, it's the one thing I love about summer. My body gets really detoxed real well. Yoga, Pilates, chi machine, stretching, Tai Chi, whatever you do, make it your own, but get some movement going on in there, okay? Because you got to get that lymphatic system. Massage the armpits, massage your clavicles, massage everything. Get your gusha, get your rollers, get your crystals out, and just start rubbing your body, okay? All the time. If you ever counsel with me in person, you guys, while I'm counseling with you, I'll sit there and you'll see me just rubbing myself, massaging myself, while I'm listening, okay? That's just what I do. It's habit for me now. Okay, and then what to eat on the parasitic food support. I gave you a list of foods. These will help starve parasites, strengthen the immune system, and build digestive resilience, okay? And then I just gave a list of foods that are good, you guys, that are anti-parasitic, antibacterial, all that fun stuff. So I've got a list of and things that break down the enzymes, the things that help build your enzymes, all that stuff. Because I'm all about the enzymes, and we'll get more into that on, and that's a whole nother show, you guys. I've got fresh papaya, kefir, probiotic yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi, avocados, eggs, pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds. That's what you can do, Victor. Switch to pumpkin seeds. For now. No, if you don't have the papaya, get the pumpkin seeds. They do not like pumpkin seeds at all. Holy moly, you'll start.
And I'll help you with that in just a second too. I want to point out that Nova has a question.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Nova. Go ahead.
Go ahead, read it. I heard chia seeds. So
yeah, chia seeds. Oh yeah, I eat chia seeds all the time. Do you guys remember a couple weeks ago I made chia seed tiramisu for my mushroom club? Do you guys remember that with my mushroom, my 7 and 14 mushroom blend? Chia seeds, heck yeah, I eat tons of those. They fill you up. That's what I like about them. But yes, chia seeds, yes, a good thing. So I'm going to add chia seeds to the foods that you guys can eat to help support this. Okay. Avocado.
Oh, before you go back to that, let's go back to the what was it? The pumpkin seed kernels. Okay, get raw pumpkin seed kernels. Put them in a bowl. Put in 5 ingredients. You've got, let me see if I can remember them. Cinnamon, always cinnamon. Cardamom. Cloves. Cumin. And what's the other one? Cayenne. Pepper. 5 ingredients. You just, you want to put the most as cinnamon because it's a lot easier on your body. The cumin and cayenne only to taste, but you need that in there. All of those spices.
They're all anti-parasitic and all antibacterial, you guys. So
they're all anti-critters.
Yes. I'm sorry, you guys. It's hard.
I'm trying to remind you so that we can
for
say it.
So many years. Yeah. But make it your own, you guys. Yes. You don't have to do this perfectly. I am just giving you guys some ideas on how to do this. But again, go with what muscle test yourself. Go in. Follow what your heart says. Follow what your body is telling you, okay? We're going to really get into a really crazy story that happened to me over the weekend, all because I followed my intuition and what my body was telling me, okay? So I got a list of foods for you guys. We'll add what Julie just said onto this on the website, okay? So I'll rebuff the website here today sometime, okay? All right, okay. Now, number 1, you guys, you must get off the sugar. You cannot have no sugar while you're doing this. Sugar is done, over with, and absolutely no alcohol, okay? And I'm getting very firm about that, and I'm standing in my ground because that stuff is killing you. It's killing you guys, okay? No gluten, no processed food, no dairy except for what's fermented, okay? Fermented you can. And if you want to have caffeine, I'm not going to, that's fine. Have 1 cup of coffee, 8 or 10 ounces of, if you need to, it's fine, okay? Because that's kind of a diuretic for the lymphatic system, but don't overdo it, okay? Just 1 small cup in the morning, and that is it. That's all you need, okay? Eventually, you will get off the coffee, okay? Because you're going to be able to have natural energy. You're not going to need it. Be just like Julie and I with all this natural energy that we have.
Yep. I don't drink coffee ever, so.
Okay. And then let me see. Okay. Upon waking, distilled water, malic acid, and lemon. Morning, belly button therapy, liver tea, midday, small beet juice, papaya, afternoon, binder dose, optional castor pack, evening, breath work, sweat, movement. Okay. So I have this all on the website. Your Solstice Reset, this protocol opens a portal of healing through your body's natural design. You are aligned with nature, honoring the body's wisdom and preparing to to go deeper in your critter cleansing journey. Start slow, listen to your body, and allow this to be sacred. Okay? So I went ahead and I have everything we just discussed is on the website.
Okay, and Miss Jess says, my autistic son loves processed food. You'd be happy to know, though, he eats every kind of fruit now. So congratulations on getting him on that. I'm so happy for you and so proud of him for finding something better for himself.
It's just a lot of work and having to figure out, how do you hide that taste? How do you do this? I myself, a mother of 5, 6, I had one adopted from Puerto Rico, 5 boys, 1 girl. And I understand, Jess, the things that I had to come up with. And that is why I'm such a good mycology chef, because I know how to take mushrooms and hide them inside of my dish, and they don't even know they're medicating. Julie has had many of my mushroom dishes. She'll tell you, you don't even know that there's mushrooms in there. So I understand that trying to find the tricks and figuring out how to get your child to eat better. I get it. Same thing, my grandchildren. I have, he's not autistic, but I have a grandson who I call it a beige diet. Beige. Everything is pizza, French fries, tater tots. Everything is beige. And he has parasites. We've seen him come out of, we've seen him in his poop. Then but yeah, we're working on.
He's young.
He's young.
I mean, compared to us.
He'll be 8 on June 30th. So anyways.
And Victor is saying, I'm a vegan. I don't consume caffeine. I'm getting off the sugars.
Okay.
The thing is that the food that I eat has 1 gram of sugar. So is it added or is it natural?
Yeah. It's the added sugars you want to watch for. Okay. Beet juice has a lot of sugar in it, you guys, but there's no added sugars. Okay. There's a difference between added and non-added sugars.
Yes. And be careful with the added sugars, even if it doesn't seem like a whole lot, it could be added sugar alcohols.
Yeah, alcohol sugars are even worse.
And you don't want to give children that. And it came up with some of the, what did they call it? Ice cream novelty things. Laughing Cow, I think it was, something like that. But they had a fudgesicle that had alcohol in it, people. And when you have an alcoholic in your family who's trying to stay away from it, you read every label. And so you find these things out. You got to be very careful. Jess says her son has gained such a good, healthy weight since he's branched out more. And I never thought I'd see the day, but I'm here to tell you all it is possible.
It is possible.
Yes.
But you got to just keep working at it, right, Jess? You just got to keep trying and keep going. And
and even though you
and look at you landed
right, and even though he's added sugar to his diet through natural means, it's not unhealthy. That sugar is not unhealthy.
Body knows what to do with it. It recognizes it, and you overdo it, it will come out through the skin, which is a good thing. Okay, and then it also helps the enzymes. So what I want to say here regarding that whole thing is that you see what happens when you're led by your heart. When you allow your heart and your love to lead you, Jess, do you see what happens? It may not happen overnight, and it's consistent. But when you're led by that love in your heart, things get accomplished and less mistakes are made. But when you let that ego control you and you're determined and you go through ego, you make a lot more mistakes and you really don't ever get to where you need to go. So, bravo for letting that motherly love of your heart lead you into this and not giving up.
Yeah.
And I know you learned so much through it too.
And Nova is saying that her son, she's working with her son to get him to eat properly. It's a test for sure. He's all about the pasta. Well, narrowing it down to pasta, if that's the only thing you're dealing with, you're closer than a lot of people are. Now, Jess says we don't do soda and rarely have candy. I do bake though. Yes.
That's fine. Okay, now back with Nova. It's all about the pasta. Get fresh pasta. I don't know if you have Asian markets. I don't know. I know you have. I know that you're in a really good area where you can find fresh pasta. I've got a couple areas in stores that I'm able. I go to the Asian markets, you guys. They're actually called Asiana, and you can get fresh pasta. It's sent from Italy. And boy, is there a difference with that. I will get that because that's the type of gluten that our body recognizes. It's good gluten. It's been, they let it rise. No preservatives. Again, it's from Italy. So, and then I have a place where I go to. It's called the Tamale Store. It's where I'm gonna have my birthday party this Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just love this place because it's a tamale store, you guys. But guess what? They sell fresh pasta there, locally made.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's even better.
So, like the pastas, it just elimination. You know what I mean? Eliminate it, and you can add probiotics to that by making a probiotic sauce. Nova, you've got to get really creative. That's all I got to say. And you're going to have to cook. You're going to have to do some gardening. You're going to have to go to the farmer markets, and you're just going to have to change the way that you cook instead of taking everything out of a damn box. Okay. Stop shopping in the middle of your store and shop around the grocery store. Okay. Around on the outside of it. That's where all the healthy food is. Cooking. That's all it is. We have to stop being lazy and get back to the cooking and the baking. I love that Jess is doing her own baking. I'm the same way, Jess. I do banana muffins and no sugar because I let my bananas rot till they're black, till the outside is completely black. And when you do that, it makes its own sugar.
Yeah,
natural sugars, and I don't have to add anything. And then I use the almond flour. And then I always add black walnuts. It's all medicated. Everything that's in there is medicine for my body. And I'll tell you what, when I feed those to my family, my grandchildren, they have no clue. They have no clue. They love them. And then I make a blueberry muffin too that is sugar free. So yeah, I get the baking type deal things. I'm not a baker, you guys. Far from it. But I had to learn this stuff. I had to do this because of my grandchildren and my children and my husband, and everyone's just eating so much crap. So I showed them, no, look, taste this. This tastes really good. And they all seem to be really loving my baking. I just got into baking like the last, year or so. Okay.
And baking, Miss Jess made her first sourdough starter last Tuesday. And thank you for that, Wade. And Victor is saying, I checked everything and make sure that it's not GMO and not pasteurized. Yes, exactly.
He is such a bachelor, you guys.
Well, actually, I think he's more rounded. I know a lot of bachelors that don't care.
Yeah, right.
Give me some beer.
You can tell by the way that he eats, he's a total bachelor because he wants everything in the box. He's always having to check bags. And that's good. Victor, if you don't like to cook, it's fine. If you don't want to just do a good old, vegetable stir fry, with a little side of rice, I don't think rice is bad, you guys. I really don't. But in moderation.
Please.
And don't keep eating that same rice all day, every day. Don't keep it. Just cook what you're going to have. And then after that, feed it to the birds, okay? Because critters and stuff, bacteria, things start to change in that rice after a day or so. And you can talk to an Asian person and they'll tell you about that.
Yeah, get rid of it. They'll
say, no, don't keep it. Get rid of it. I'm a little bit of, eggs. You've got eggs. You just have to think out of the box here and just do a lot of research. But yeah, watch those labels. Labels, Victor. And trust me, you will get a system. You will figure it out, get a system, and you won't starve. I promise you, I never starve. Never ever.
No, and Nova is saying yes. The golden rule about grocery stores: stay to the outside.
Stay to the outside. Yeah, if you can't get to a farmer's market.
I know here in Arizona we can't. This time of year, it's very difficult for us to find.
Well, no, you go to the farmer's market here on this side of town. You just got to be there at 8 in the morning. They're there from 8 to 10.
Oh, okay.
And I found one over by my son's auto mechanic shop in Mesa by your house.
Uh-huh.
You're not going to believe this, but there's a farmer's market. It's actually a grocery store that's a farmer's market.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they've got like 99-cent watermelons.
Oh, yeah.
99-cent real watermelons from the garden for 99 cents, you guys, like back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got apples. So my son just purchased a auto mechanic shop out by Julie's house. And he used to work for a morgue back in the day when he was really young. And he used to stop at that farmer's market, and he could never remember where it was.
And now it's down the street from him.
And now it's down the street from a business that he just purchased. And he's all excited. He is so happy that he found this place. So, so he's bringing me stuff. My daughter-in-law is bringing me stuff and just sending me all these pictures. So anyways, anyone who's on that side of town, please go there because that is farm fresh produce. That is,
affordable, very affordable.
Pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Okay. And the other Victor with a K is in, and love your damn self.
Good morning. Happy day.
Oh, and I did put this up here. Jess has been working on plans for a candle, soap, lotions, etc. shop. Yes, beautiful. Any advice? You should have come.
If you do that and you master that and you have that down, let me know. I will purchase some for you and I will sell them here on my website and I will sell them in my store. Please, 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 please. It is needed. I'm telling you, Jess, if I wasn't doing what I'm doing, and when I do get my homestead, because I'm going to have my own farmer's market on my own property, I am going to do soap. I'm going to have a complete thing for soap. I've always been into this. I love it. I have a great idea, Jess. Okay. I do have something for you to do. Okay. Soap stations. You get a liquid soap, get dish soap, laundry soap, shampoo, conditioners, and you set these stations up in different areas. I'm thinking like anyone that will allow you to have these stations, stores, gas stations, anywhere where people stop and they bring their own bottles and they refill their soaps. Mm-hmm. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm going to do this someday. This is an idea of mine. I love to share it with you because I think these soap stations should be all over the United States. Clean soap.
Yep.
Okay.
And clean soap and anything that is good and nutritional to be dispersed like that from bulk to your own container.
Your own container. And then you would sell it by, I don't know, the ounce. I mean, we haven't gotten there yet, but however it would be sold by the pound, by the ounce, by whatever it would be, that, if they bring in a 16-ounce jar, then it's going to cost them, I don't know what, $1.99 per ounce, whatever it is. And then they bring in their own jars. We're teaching them how to recycle. They're getting off the plastic.
Yep.
You see where I'm going with this? Yeah. So I think it's a great idea. Please do it. If you do make a product, I will sell it here as long as it's all natural and all organic and it's helpful for the body. Again, while you're doing this detox, you guys get off lotions, get off deodorant, get off all that poison, perfumes, everything that you're putting on your body from Bath and Body Works, get off of it. It's done. You don't need it. That's poisoning your body. Your skin is your biggest organ, you guys, your biggest organ, and it absorbs everything straight to the blood. It's what we call transdermal.
And yes, and Jess is saying she's planning on doing shampoos, conditioners, all of it.
Right on. Cool. Okay. Right on. Then maybe I'll just carry your stuff on my homestead then. So I thought of this idea many, many years ago as a mother, and Spirit had something else for me. And I think about it all the time. And I'm, anyone who's into soap, I'm like, I got an idea.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sell that idea so much.
And Victor with the K says, hope myself start mini hobby shop with crafted items. Sadly, it's way harder selling them. Of course, people over here won't value when you can order it on line for an exempt HM, for example. Okay. Handmade. Okay.
Well,
Both of you are kind, gentle, old souls. See you next week. Next time. Okay. Bye, Wade. Have a good one.
adios.
Yep.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, Jess. Yeah, I'm all about this soak thing. We got to make, we're here to help create the new earth. You're a gardener. We have the same passions, Jess. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it going. And like I said, you get that stuff together with what, just start with one product at a time. And then that'll lead you. Like I said, just follow your heart. Stay out of ego, and everything will work out just fine. And like I said, I will fully support you and sell your products and be very proud of it. Be very proud of it. Things are changing, Victor. I know you're in another country, but people are going to, what people have been doing is not going to work for them no more. It's not going to work. We're going to get into a little bit about that too later on in on this live. Okay. So, you guys ready to hear what happened with me over the weekend?
Sure.
Okay. So, I got my hands on some Shilajit. Okay. Anyone who doesn't know what that is, it is it's a sticky rosin, and it's a plant. It's plant based. I do have a description on what that is, what Shilajit is. Let me find my notes really quick.
It's Himalayan.
It's Himalayan. Okay, it's rich in fulvic and humic acid. Fulvic acid acts like a molecule shuttle binding to toxins, including critter waste and your metabolism byproducts, and escorting them out of tissues into the bloodstream where they can be filtered by the kidneys. Okay? I have always wanted to try this stuff, you guys, and I got my hands on some pure stuff. And it had saffron in it on top of it, 2 grams of saffron. I know what a powerful, powerful parasitic this is. So I was able to get some Shilajit, some legit stuff, and it boosts your mitochondria, you guys. That's how it works to that degree of your cellular level. Anything that get to the mitochondria, holy moly, you got to put it in your body. So I take it, you guys. This is on a Friday, okay? Kidney, left side, my whole left side, you guys, from here all the way down into my pelvic floor is what it felt like, was just inflamed. I blew up my stomach. Oh my God, you guys, I looked like I was like 6 months pregnant. I was very uncomfortable. I've never done a parasitic cleanse that made me feel this uncomfortable. And this was all Friday morning. I'm like, oh, I got to make it through work and everything else. So I make it through. I continue to take this stuff every morning. Okay. I'm feeling it working. All right. So I go in, I'm like, it's my kidneys. This is my kidneys. I can feel it in the kidneys. I just knew it was my kidneys, you guys. I had no doubt because I'm going in and I'm astral traveling through my body. I'm looking at it. And sure enough, the pain, how it was real long, going all the way down to my pelvic floor, was because it was my
ureter,
ureter, you guys, ureter. I don't know how many of you guys know about your ureters. I had no clue. This lady right here, she knows the kidneys pretty damn well. Okay, very well. Now I'm the gallbladder person, I'm the liver person, but when it comes to the kidneys, I know a little bit. Okay, so I go and I do some research, and look what I found.
You want to let me hold it? 'Cause
Okay.
I've got a bigger. Let's see.
There we go, you guys. You see those lines? You see the lines right there? You see look at that, the kidneys.
Yep.
Uterus right there, this big long vein. All right. That is what was inflamed. So the pain goes from my left side all the way to my right side now. It moves from there, the exact same spot, but on the right side. And I'm like, this is my kidneys. This is my kidneys. Something is coming out of my kidneys. So,
and you can tell when it is.
oh yes, you can feel, because it's pushing everything through those little veins, and it just it caused these little critters caused so much inflammation on my body. And I knew when the inflammation went, I'm like, oh my gosh, I activated something. Okay, so I get up. First of all, Sunday I go to the bathroom. I'm at the store, the grocery store of all places, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, and some kind of a sea-like creature, literally, you guys, it looked like it came from the sea. I'm not kidding you. And I don't have my phone on me. I'm in the store. I don't take my phone with me when I go in the store, you guys. It's in the car. I can't take a picture, but the smell of it, holy moly. I've never smelled anything like that. It was very disgusting. And it was about this long. It was very white. It was furry. And I was just like, what the heck?
Oh.
So I'm still feeling really sick. I'm still bloated. I've got a lot of pain. I feel like 2 tons of fun. I'm like, what's going on with me? Okay, so yesterday morning, I wake up. I pee. As most of you guys know, I'm into urine looping, and I practice in bamboo. This is in my urine cup. Look at that. That's a straight on parasite, you guys. You see that? A critter floating around. Looks like a little ghost, doesn't it? I have never had anything come out of my urine like that before. Not that big, like little things, but nothing like that. So I'm like, holy moly, wow. Threw the urine right on. So I'm pretty excited. Still feeling kind of crappy, but feeling better. Then this stuff starts to come out of me. That's biofilm right there, you guys. And then I gave birth to 2 flukes, one from each side of my kidneys.
Yep.
I probably had about, I'd say 6 of these come out. I just pulled out what I could. I was in my comfort of my own home when all this happened. So I was actually here at my facility when it happened. So this is like my home. So I was able to pull those out. And yes, I do pull stuff out. I have, I use these cleaners, the pipe cleaners. I use them as tools. Anyone who does cannabis or smokes cannabis knows what I'm talking about. You clean your bongs, your pipes with them. And I use them for all kinds of stuff because they get into everything for me to clean and to dry out. And I have these things in front of all my toilets that I own. These things are right next to it. Oh, there goes my battery's going low again. Shit. See, there's
Did you have it
yeah,
plugged
there's
in?
something wrong with my
Is it plugged?
yeah, it's plugged in. Shoot.
Yeah, it does show that.
Dang it. All right, there's something going on with my
Well,
computer.
don't close it. Just, if it goes,
I can
it
go
goes.
get my iPad. This is what happened last night. Yeah, there's something wrong with my computer. All right, you guys, I'm gonna grab my iPad. Yeah, go ahead. You talk and I'll get the iPad.
Okay, yeah, she just shut down.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we've got stuff going on. Nova says or asks, did you physically feel it come out? Or
Yes,
of
it
your
burned. This time it burned.
okay, your urine first is what she's asking. So the the creature in the urine, did you feel that?
No,
Okay,
No.
she didn't feel that one.
I didn't feel that one. But yes, for the first time, you guys,
I can only imagine. And she says,
It was like, and you guys, I didn't eat anything spicy. Mind you, I was sick. I wasn't eating much of anything, just kefir. The only thing I was eating was kefir.
that's dairy for those who don't know, but it is highly organic and pure, not like what we buy here. I don't know if you've been seeing the stuff about what's in our food lately compared to Europe or Canada, but they're really posting the information on that.
Oh, I've been on that. Yeah.
I know, but it's the same lady you showed us, but she's doing a lot more to bring this out. Okay.
I'll be back on in just a sec, you guys. I just had to pull
But
out.
she's right here. She hasn't gone anywhere. You can still, yeah, she has to work her iPad in order to get back on. So, but she is here. You can see her.
I'm still here. Okay.
Okay. She's back. Ooh. And I'm going to pull you off of there. Oh, you're such a cuddler. Boy, did you for a second.
Let me get this.
Where are you going?
The camera's
I'm going to get this straight here. Okay.
Okay, you guys can see me now. A little bit different. My other computer is different. Okay. So, all right, you guys. Here's all right, so that's what ended up coming out of me by using a different type of detoxing, putting something different in my body. And yeah, that was my story, you guys. And I feel really good. I feel so good today. And yeah, these are the I've never had flukes come out like this from from the kidneys like this and have so much burning. I had so much, like if I ate a bunch of salsa and jalapenos, but that's how I knew. I knew. So yeah, there's
That was that story.
yeah, we're all full of them.
Yeah. And when you do change your detox method, you have a tendency to feel them changing as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they get very active when things get changed up. Because I noticed it last night, and it's like, okay, but they're not moving as far up my body as they used to. So I'm keeping them down to help move them out. I just got to find the right ingredients to eliminate them in a quick but gentle manner, because you got to be gentle on your body. Okay? I'm not worried about being gentle on them, just about my body. But I'm glad. I can't wait to get rid
And
of
sometimes
them.
when they come out, you guys, they will be moving. They'll be alive.
Have you found live ones?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I didn't think that. Now I know it was live. I know because Anne's doing the same thing. She's on, on her detox, and she's had a couple come out, and they're still moving. Sometimes you'll see bubbles. Like if there's bubbles, they're breathing. So
oh yeah, of course.
that's the reason why I started doing this. Because many years ago, when I would go doo-doo, I would see bubbles coming out of my doo-doo, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And I try to sift through it, but it just looked like doo-doo to me. And I was like, oh, what's going on? And that is what kind of triggered me to get on to doing this stuff. So, and I want to say to Jess, guess what? Ever since I gave birth to these flukes for my kidneys, my foot feels amazing. And it just started itching right away. My foot's been itching itched all day yesterday, this morning.
That's the one that was broken.
Mm-hmm. My broken foot.
Yeah.
So
yeah. You've had problems with your ankle and all before because of lymphatics. So I want to make sure that they knew this was the broken one.
Yep. My foot had to get broken, you guys, because I wasn't stopping. Hold on a minute. Hello.
Okay. So all of that. Okay. Did you have any questions about those critters or anything else right now? Oh, here she comes back.
I'm sorry about that, you guys. business call. People forget that I'm live.
Was that Kim?
She should know that we're live.
She hasn't been over here in a while, so that's, I mean, at least on a Tuesday. I'm just saying. Okay, so where were we? You've got all that stuff done. It looks like you're having,
Yeah, my camera's really
Issues.
weird.
Yeah.
So,
they can still hear you through mine, so
Yeah.
we're good.
we
Okay.
can. Uh-oh.
You got kicked off, so you're having,
Maybe we should just share a screen.
yeah, I think so. She's having connection issues now. Nothing to do with her. Okay. Oops.
There we go. There we go. We'll just share a screen, you guys. We're having so many problems last night too. Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But
now we'll freeze up together if we freeze.
Yes, and I guess with it being the solstice, this is a good time to start, with the cleanse and start doing this. This is just a lifestyle change, you guys. It's my life now. I'll never stop doing what I'm doing. I will never stop getting these critters out of my body. I'll keep going as long as spirit is leading me and my body's leading me. I mean, I came across this stuff just by accident. And I've always wanted to try it, but I'm not one to go spend $150 on some kind of a product that I don't know if it's going to work.
Now, you were talking about the Shilajit.
Shilajit.
Shilajit. Now, how much was that?
I got that as a gift.
Oh,
it was gifted to me. And that's how I knew. I'm like, oh, I mean, I dived right in, you guys, right away. I'm like, I'm doing this. I didn't know it was going to make me that sick. I didn't think, I've been through a lot of detoxes, you guys, a lot. You guys have seen all of the critters, a lot of critters half of the critters that have come out of me, you guys have seen. Remember the one that was like a foot long? And that was just, the whole thing was just nothing but just worms. So if you guys want to see that, I have that picture on my, now it's working.
It's fine. But we've had that problem before. And once we go back, it keeps glitching. So
yes. So yeah, you guys try this, get, like I said, things didn't really start moving until I got off the sugar. That was my number one thing. After I hit 1 year mark of not being on sugar, things just really started moving out of me. And you guys have watched this since January. I got off. It was a year in December that I'd been off of sugar. Okay. So now I'm 18 months off of sugar. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if I have all these critters out of my body. I really don't.
Every time you think, oh, I've gotten so much out,
I'm
hoping I'm done. And it's like, not yet.
And then something lands on my, in my hand. And I've been wanting to try this stuff for a really long time. I knew it was going to be a game changer. And it has been. It has. And you guys don't need to use all that stuff. I just, maybe you guys, are willing to, I don't even think it would work for a first detox, honestly. I don't think it'd be as effective as it was for me because I've already got so much of my channels cleared out. So,
and I think they are more low level critters than anything else. The ones that you got out first, they were in your gallbladder, but that's still closer to the exit point than.
Yeah, these ones were deep. I've been aiming for my spleen. I want to get, because the spleen is really hard to detox out. So that was like but of course my body and spirit had something else in mind. So it went to the kidneys. And so, yeah, I'm just really happy to get these critters out. So I know I got the critters out of my liver, my gallbladder, my kidneys, and my chest. So, Candida is just everywhere, you guys. See, remember, when it comes to these critters, you've got the critters, and then you've got like the bacteria. So, Candida is more of a bacteria. Mm-hmm. And think of it as a moss, like a moss. It can get into everything. everything. So it's in your ears, it's in your lymphatic system, it's in your brain. Our whole body's just covered. That's how I feel in America. I think in America, the thing that we're going to see the most for people who start doing this is going to be the flukes, tapeworms, and candida. I think those are the three main culprits that we have lingering in our bodies and outside of our bodies too, on our bodies.
Now, the ghost-like or cellophane sort of creature that came out of your urine, what creature do you think that is?
A blood fluke.
Blood fluke.
A blood fluke. Yeah, the flukes get in your blood too, and that's what I heard. Blood fluke is what I was hearing. Yeah,
what you were told.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was told. So that's just what the body was telling me. Let me see, what else do we have that we can talk about?
Well, let's put this up since I have it here. This is what you wanted me to pull up.
Oh, yeah, you guys, for anyone who wants to do, I have a friend, Natalie. She's just a very incredible human being. She does this every year, and it is a day of prayer. And it starts on Wednesday, and she's doing it. She does a 3-day fast with it, and it has to do kind of with the solstice. And this is just something she does every year. So if anyone's interested, it'll be live on Facebook. Like I said, it starts on Wednesday. There's a QR code for you to go to her website and to, if you want to join the sisterhood. It's our sisterhood connection, and she just does beautiful work. And if you want to go ahead and just support her, and it's just, I really I love it when someone puts something together and we're all focusing on one thing, because we are better together. We are more powerful together.
And I think a lot of people saw that this weekend over Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the protests. I mean, there were so many out there, but it was peaceful, it was loving, and it was togetherness, a oneness that we haven't seen in a long time, and not just in one city, throughout the United States.
And it doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter what you believe. I don't care. I don't care. That's none of my business. But what matters is that we get together as the human race and we stick together, because we are the humans. We're in this boat together, and we know who we're fighting. Our government is our enemy. Every single one of them. There is no good guys on that side at all. And they're not going to change their mind, you guys. They're not. Their alliance is with the darkness, and that is that. There is no hope. There's no hope for them. It's done. So,
but the power is with the people.
The power is with the people. We've got this. We've got this, and we're going to do it. We're going to move these SOBs out of the way, and then we need to lead ourselves. I don't believe we need any leaders telling us what to do. I don't like anyone telling me what to do anyway. So that's just who I am. I was born that way. I was. Don't tell me what to do. I already know what to do. I'm a good person. You're a good person. We're all good people. So all we want is love and more time with our family and to take care of ourselves. That's what we truly want. And we want to help each other. And so they don't like to see this. They don't like to see this at all. So I'm really proud of my human people right now and Americans. Yeah, we made big strides this past weekend. I don't really know what went on. I don't get involved in that stuff. But it's hard to escape it because it's everywhere, no matter where you turn. My clients come in and talk about it all the time, and it's fine. I listen to what they have to say, and that's just kind of where I get my downloads on it anyways.
And the Facebook and the YouTube, everybody was happy to post it. And it wasn't just the U.S. that was protesting what is happening here. It was throughout the world as well.
We all need to stand together. They also have their cabal that's controlling them too. I'm telling you, all governments, they're all in bed together. Every single one of them. None of them are our friends.
Yeah, she can see it right there, Victor. He wants you to see the YouTube in Rusty at the moment. I did post that up before. but she's reading it right now. I'm good. I've got to put up one more thing, and this is back to the Solstice channel of Elimination Detox. It starts on Wednesday, as she said. This is the QR code for you to get on there.
Yep, get on there. And everything I talked about, the whole thing's on there. We're just going to add some of the pumpkin seed recipe. And then I think there was something else that we need, and I'm sure it'll come to me back to me. I should have wrote a note. See how I am? I got to write my notes. I'll forget.
Well, you've got a piece of paper there.
I know. It'll come to me. As soon as it comes to me, what we need to add on there. If any of you guys can remember what needs to be added on there, just send us a message and I'll write it down. You know, I feel this is a time where do what matters, you guys. That's what matters in life. Doing what matters in life. What's it, you know, when you exit this human body and you leave this planet, it's not going to be about what you had, what kind of car you drove, what kind of house you had, how much materialistic things you had, you know, how great of a consumer you were. It's not about that. It's about what did you do to make a difference. And last night I had to take an Uber back home. I'm in the middle of doing some stuff with my cars, and I can't drive two cars at once. So,
Darn.
I know. So I Ubered home, and I got this Uber driver, and he was just the sweetest guy. He really was. And we got to talking, and he's like, I just don't get what this is all about. I just don't understand, like, being this human. And I said, well, all about being this human is just doing what matters. And what is, you know, when you get up in the morning, what is that's important to you and to this planet? And like I said, I was going earlier in my conversation, when you leave this planet, you're going to look back and you're going to judge yourself, and you're going to go in a review probably. And what's going to be on that review is, what did you do to make things better on this planet? What mattered to you? And so it's just kind of something for you guys to ponder on, you know. Let's stick as a group and let's keep doing the things that are important, and supporting each other and your family and yourself and the animals. They matter. Mother Gaia matters.
Mm-hmm.
All this stuff matters. So going into the solstice, I just kind of wanted to just kind of touch on, you know, write some stuff down, you guys, what you guys feel that matters to you and is making a change for you, for the better, and for this planet. Dang, Victor, we will make this shift now. United in love. United is leaders in Gaia to Gaia. Yes.
Yes.
Totally. Yes. This is all about Gaia.
And I had a dream the other night, and things were happening in the dream, and I wasn't really complaining, but I was kind of joking around, and there was a lot of other people around, and I said, you know, if anybody wants to take any of my titles away from me, like caregiver, mother, daughter, I didn't say the titles, but this is what I was thinking. And somebody there said, yes, we need to have an election so that we can get people, the right people in the positions. And I looked at her and said, well, instead of wasting time and effort doing an election, why don't we never hesitate and take action? Be the change you want to see happen. You do it. And she said, well, we really need to take the time to start an election. If you want to waste time, effort, and resources, you go right ahead. But the rest of us, we're going to take action. And I started walking away. And one of her friends got up and walked away, and she goes, "Where are you going? Aren't you going to help me start an election?" And her friend said, "One, I'm going to go make the change I want to see. And besides, all you want to do is boss people around and make yourself look good. I'm not going to give you credit for my actions." And she walked away. So that's what it's all about. Take action.
And
What
come
you
from
do.
the heart. See,
Always.
there's such a difference when you let ego. That's what the problem is
Yes.
with leadership. They want power.
Right.
Power changes a human. It's strictly led by ego.
Mhm.
And no, like I said, I'm going to go back to it. True freedom is not having anyone telling you what to do, because you already know what you need to do. Grieving guy. Who's this? Oh, Victor. Okay.
And Cancer, if I channel some words for him. Brother, don't worry about me. Let go. That was words. Good. Well, I'm glad you were able to help somebody.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
yeah. You can
Yeah.
help. Oh, so many people out there are so lost, you guys. They're so lost. And, they're always trying to find the buy-in. They're always trying to find the savior. And we are the savior. We are. We have to save ourselves. And there's a bigger plan. The creator has such a bigger plan. And I believe that the creator has full control finally of this planet with Mother Gaia. It wasn't just us who got overlays put on us, you guys. It wasn't just us who got, this is how powerful we allowed the darkness to get, that they were able to put such massive overlays on this planet that the creator couldn't even get to us. I mean, it just got out of control. But the covenants ended, you guys. The covenants ended. If you know anything about what really goes on, it's all based on covenants. And when those end, they end. And if they don't renew them, then it's done. It's over with. And that's how we got rid of the big leaders behind the deep state. How we got rid of the big demons, Lucifer, a lot of the archangels. I don't like to upset people, but it's true. The archangels, the archangels are they were demons. They were neutral. They worked for neutral source. They worked for the bad and the light, but they never. When they did something for the darkness, they were supposed to do something for the light, but that wasn't the way it was working. They were cheating.
Yes, it's all about balance.
Yeah, that's what this planet has always been about. It was always about neutral balance. That is what Earth was. It was a planet of duality, balance, but we got so, heavy in the darkness, and Mother Gaia and just finally said no more. We're moving this planet into unity. And this covenants, it probably had something to do with, as we know, with the Mayan calendar, because the planet is changing. We are having a shift, pole shift is what they call it, I believe. Mm-hmm. I do believe that's happening. I can feel it. But this is normal. It's normal. It's a normal thing that happens on this planet. I can see it on my peripheral vision over here.
I know. In and out, in and out.
Yeah.
So that's why we just stuck with this. It's working.
Yeah, we've been through this too many times. Okay, we have any comments in there?
Not a whole lot of comments. Let's see. He did say, oops. Remember, this we are alien mixing as well. When you learn of it, it's aha moment for me, at least.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes, we're the aliens. We are the aliens.
Yeah.
We are the aliens. I believe, our souls originated from other planets. Mm-hmm. I'm very big on the cat planet. I do believe that there are so many.
Victor is too.
Like I said, we're the aliens. And there's just a lot out there that we don't know. We really don't understand how this planet truly works, and how this all, came to be. I mean, we've been lied to so bad we've been lied to
In our human form.
in our human form. Yeah.
Right. Our soul knows, but
Mm-hmm.
until we can unlock all that information.
Yeah. And we are. It is getting.
We're working on
Yeah,
it.
we're working. I do. I feel. I have a complete different awareness that today than I had even a year ago, and that has to do because of releasing these critters out of my body. You guys, this is what it was doing. Okay, they control us through the AI and through these critters. They laid these on us on purpose. Prior to this, I used to believe in all this quantum theory. I still do to a certain extent, but not like I did. I used to believe in archangels. I used to believe in giving up my power to everything, thinking that it was working with me. But no, it's not. And as I've released these critters out of my body, I've realized no. And I'm getting better connection with the creator to understand that all of this stuff was put here for what we call false light. False light had such a hold on me, and I was repeating and spewing and believing in all of this stuff. There was a time when I used to believe in the Galactic Federation, Ashtar, all that stuff. And now I know what it truly is. It's false light. Every last bit of it was false light. And I was taken by this stuff. And I'm glad that I've gotten these critters out of me. And now I know not to dabble into any of that. I don't need any of it. I really don't. I knew a long time ago when I used a pendulum. I knew I was controlling that thing. I knew it. And I was right. So, the same thing with tarot cards. I won't use those anymore. I burned all my tarot cards. I had Archangel tarot cards. Most of those archangels that were in that tarot card, they're fake light, false light. So just believe in yourself.
And the creator.
And the creator. Well, you are the creator.
You are the creator.
You are the creator. Yes, for sure. I mean, the creator's always got us. But we don't have to worship it.
No.
We don't have to worship the creator.
Well, and I'm just saying this because we know this person lived, and I'm going to use the proper name. Jeshua, for those who know how to pronounce it. For those who don't, it would be Jesus. But Jeshua came here to experience the Creator as a being, not to worship, and he did not worship. He did. There are things in the Bible that, talked about Father and all that. And I'm not saying the Bible is completely false, but
I will.
Jeshua. Well, it was written by man. I know they say it was written by God.
The Holy Bible was written by a man who also wrote a book about demonology.
Well, not just one man. Men wrote it in their thoughts, not necessarily divine information, but what they believed in. Like we know about King James, 250, well, not 250 him, but he had a lot of writers edit, and among them was William Shakespeare. Okay, 20 years before he was born, there was a man named Martin Luther. No, not Martin Luther King Jr. people. Martin Luther, and he took 7.5 books out of the Bible because he believed that was not what God wanted to be said. So it has been manipulated over 250 times. So what is in the book now? We don't know how close it is to even what was written to begin with.
And I'm not about this channeling either. I mean, for people I know, yay for people who allow it to happen and let something else come into your body. I won't let that happen. There's no way I would let any kind of energy come near me at all. I just don't. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I think it's dangerous. If you let one entity in, you let them all in. So you never know what can be controlling you. This is real stuff. I mean, I've already been controlled most of my life by these critters because these critters were controlled by the AIs. And that is how they do it. I was talking a little bit about this last night in my life. You know, all those with the protest, all of that chaos you saw, and which I think it was very minimal. I think the news lied and blew it up way bigger than it was. Yeah. And they kind of make it look like, you know, these transies were like they're crazy and they're violent. And no, no, they make it because it's the implant in their in their skull. It starts with the skull. They get the skull, and then they start giving through there the ideas and the information for them to go do things that they do. So all of this is real. One day this will all be watch. One day, you guys mark my words, you guys will hear that we were always controlled by the archons, through the archons with the AI. And there's many, many AIs. There's a lot of them. There's not just one. There's tons of them. So I think what we saw on the news and these people doing bad things were they got controlled through the skull.
Well, it's not just that, but like you said, to me, it's the authorities on the grounds, or the boots, or the ones that are masking themselves, saying that they are a part of these groups that aren't.
Yeah, they're not.
But that they are the ones causing the problems. If you've watched some of these live people on their phones walking supposed ICE agents away from people, then you know, I mean, whole neighborhoods got out. An Italian, I don't remember what city it was in, but an Italian restaurant, all the neighbors came out. No, don't mess with our restaurant. This is our neighborhood restaurant, and helped move them out.
So, okay, why are people so interested in the galactic and the angels? Yeah, because if you're in modern day spirituality and you learn about the Galactic Federation, they talk about the star mothers, all this stuff. It's another form of fake light and giving up our power. The Galactic Federation is ran by Lucifer. He's the one who created it, along with Michael, Ralph, all of them. They're in charge of that. There's a Galactic Federation. There's a Galactic Federation of Light. And they're false light. And they came here, again, and we were warned. I was warned personally. I know I was warned that the darkness will dress like the light. It won't, that we wouldn't need, like, this, it's going to take serious discernment to be able to discern between the difference of the two. And like I said, I was completely wrapped up in it, Nova, very much so, because of the critters I had inside of me. They literally controlled my brain to the T, to everything. And once I got off the sugar and I started giving birth to these, Julie will tell you, I did a 360. I'm like, nope, don't believe in any of that no more, Julie. I can't do that no more.
Well, as you said earlier, you believe we came from other planets. You did say that earlier. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in any of the federations or anything that has never entered into my thinking, my realm. I haven't even looked into the possibilities because, yes, that did not resonate with me. And it was like a, nah, you don't need to deal with that. Let it go. And I did. As far as angels and such, I know there's been a lot of souls before me, and there's a lot of souls out there. They're not all bad, but we are souls. First and foremost, we are souls before we came to Mother Gaia and got into our meat suits. We are a soul. And
Mhm.
that's what I believe in. That soul is directly connected to the creator. I'm one with the creator.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so that's what I believe in. And I believe in Jesus' soul, Jesuit's soul. I believe it
Consciousness.
conscious. Well, I believe soul, that we're all one. So we all take information from each other. Not that we take away their light or their personage person. We just tap into their knowledge,
Wisdom.
their wisdom and knowledge, because there's some things that happen here that we have no clue. We're told this is what happened. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't
It
make
never
sense.
makes sense.
And if it doesn't make sense, then why are
And then
you
it's
believing
nonsense.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. If it doesn't make sense, it's nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. So I do believe in a lot of things, but I don't believe it in the way, whether
It's trickery. It's trickery.
yeah.
Trickery. Even I believe that the top, the aliens at the top, Lucifer, Marmaduke, Lilith, all of them, the demons who designed this, who designed our systems, even they're all about trickery. They trick their own people, their own bloodline.
Yes.
And all of these are just fallen angels, you guys. That is where all of the demons, they were casted to earth. We know the story. We know the Bible story.
But again, do we? Do we know it was true?
Yeah.
Because it's been so manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
And I sounded out, manipulated.
Yep.
Because man did this.
But what we do know for a fact that higher beings took over this planet, and there's things about this. We don't, when you're on other planets, if you're an astral traveler or if you're able to remote view or be able to see the type of things that I've been able to see, it's different on other planets. Is it perfect? No.
But it's definitely different.
It's different because of their technology and their consciousness is different. But perfect? No, they still have their same drama and stuff,
but I hate to say it, they're not quite as petty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's blonde and blue-eyed, so I don't like her. No. It's
no, most of them, what I've seen on planets, most of them all look alike. They look the same. That's just so there's no competition or anything. So I do believe that there's a lot of other Earths out there, like Earth, like planets that are like Earth, have more water than Earth, and that they deal with their own weather, their storms and stuff. The same as we do. I believe they eat just like we do, and so there's a lot out there that we just haven't been told, and just lies. And man, damn it, I deserve the truth. I deserve the truth.
Yes, we all deserve the truth.
We deserve the truth. What is that saying I like to say? Slap me with the truth. Don't kiss me with a lie.
Okay. I prefer you kiss me with the truth. I won't allow you to slap me with a lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I get that. So yeah, so it really depends on what you're believing. Because people said things all my life, and it's like, that just, no, that can't, yeah.
So Jess says she believes the souls move on. Do you? Do they? How is that when we live in a planet?
No, that's Nova.
Yeah, Nova. Yeah. How, no, here's just question it. Question everything. Always question everything. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if the souls move on, then, where do they move on? Why are we intermingled with the underworld? And I know some of you guys can see the underworld. Why, you know what I mean? Why do us 3D people literally live with the ether? And there's things out in that ether, you guys, that is with us at all times.
And yes, Victor, I'm with you on that. And it's a way of controlling. That's why they removed the information about reincarnation from the Bible as well,
Oh yeah.
because they wanted control.
They want control. They all do. The Mormons, the Vatican. That's the whole thing with all of them, you guys, because they're led by ego.
Yeah.
It's all about control. The one who has the control has the power. It literally is like a drug.
Yeah.
It's a drug.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing that every day in Washington right now. Every day. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And I'm not just talking about one person.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court is doing their due diligence to mess up. They're doing what they can to go against what is in the Constitution. But
Because it's their job to burn it to the ground.
and
If they
they
can't,
should not
yeah.
be allowed.
If they can't have control, if they can't have control of us, then they are blow it up, get rid of them, and that's just how they feel because they're led by ego, you guys. It's all ego. It's all ego. Control's like a drug, and they're losing control. So now they want to burn it to the ground. If they can't have us, nobody can have us. And we've seen this. We've seen this movie how many times? How many times has this movie been made, you guys?
Right.
Over and over and over again. But question it all. Question everything. I question, I know that they had our souls trapped. I know they did. They had us, they trapped our souls. When we left here, most of us never escaped this planet. So we're in a simulation. It's been a simulation. And I know, how can I say something like that? How can something get one on God? How can they have such control and get one on God and get one on Mother Gaia? How can they have that? Because it's what I call overlays. They were able to overlay everything with their black magic, their dark magic. I always say there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah, it definitely is.
They had a lot of knowledge. That's it. A lot of knowledge and a lot of technologies beyond this planet that they're able to trap our souls in this loop-de-loop, I believe. And I think we've all been here for a while. I just question everything. That's all.
Yep.
And it's okay.
Definitely. Been
It's okay.
questioning since the day I was born.
Because all that really matters is that we're here right now.
Yes.
And we're waking up to this. And we're doing things different. And I go live, she goes live. I have a facility, leading this kind of stuff. And it's very hard to come on here and go live and to spew this type of information out. It's not easy. It is not easy. I don't know if I ever get used to it, you guys. I really don't. But I do it because Spirit tells me, you got to get out there, Claudene. You got to speak. You got to speak. You got to tell people, what your truth is. And it's always changing. It's always changing.
Evolving.
Exactly.
I wouldn't say changing. I say evolving because
that's a good word. Yeah, evolving.
We never know what tomorrow's going to bring. And as you have usually certain days that you get the information for the week, at least where to begin.
Mm-hmm.
And then the week brings more stuff. So you just never know.
Yeah, it just keeps going. And, and I'm so busy helping people and taking care of myself and trying to figure out how we get rid of these, these critters out of us and to really push that agenda the best that I can, because it's all about the detoxing, taking care of the vessel. That to me is spirituality.
Yes.
That's true spirituality. Not any of this other mumbo jumbo stuff. It's not.
Right. Self-care,
self-love. Being one with everything and everyone, protecting yourself. Always protect yourself. I always say I shoot first. Okay. Right. I've learned one thing about being on this planet is that it's okay for me to shoot first and ask questions later.
Right. And that's what the message was for me. Never hesitate. Take action.
Take action and protect yourself so you can protect the innocent ones.
Yes, exactly.
Like our children and our animals. Because the animals don't know you guys. They're just here. They're pure conscious beings. They need us. And hey, have you guys noticed how all the animals are starting to come out of like the elephants? And in Thailand. Did you see about the elephants going into the stores?
No.
Oh yeah. And then there was something to do with a zebra got out here in Phoenix.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of the animals are having really strange behavior. Even the dogs, they're reporting. I just found this fascinating, you
It's like
guys.
Madagascar is happening.
Things
Have you
happening,
seen
you
what? Have you
guys.
watched
Something is happening.
the animated Madagascar?
Yes, I
Okay.
love that. Yeah,
Move it, move it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. I got this video. Science dogs are entering a new stage of evolution. It's an article that I got.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see what it says.
And some of them are actually talking and not fully
Yeah,
intelligence. Yeah.
not just physically, but connect. How do you say that word?
Cognitively.
Cognitively. I can't pronounce my words. New research shows that domesticated dogs are developing advanced social intelligence, particularly in understanding human gestures, facial expressions, and emotions and cues. In fact, some dogs overperform even primates in task evolving cooperation and empath with humans. I've always said
Yeah.
that this is how the humans are going to figure this out. You're going to realize that you have telepathy from the plants and from the animals.
Yes.
That is how it's going to be discovered right there. And it's going to get stronger and stronger as a new earth, as we create this new earth. And the animals are going to show us. I believe that when the new earth is completely, like, pretty much completed and done, we will be living with the animals. Like, we'll be able to go to sleep with bears if we want to, like stuff like that. Like, it's just going to be totally different. We're not going to eat each other. We're not going to hunt each other. It's not going to be like that anymore. We're going to figure this out as a humans, that we don't need to be eating meat. So
Yeah.
some way, somehow down the road. I don't know if I'll be here on this planet when that happens, but I do know that's where we're leading to.
Back to the beginning.
Back to the beginning.
Well, like you said, 360 degrees.
Yep. So it's gonna. I'm excited. I'm excited for if I do reincarnate back here. It's gonna be a totally different planet. So
I know. Too bad we can't take our technology with us. Watch it in the wherever, and then bring it back with us so we know what we were like before, the pictures and all. We should put somewhere.
Oh, we're gonna look at. We were barbaric.
Yes,
we were some barbaric humans.
Well, and that's the thing. And you had mentioned going to a planet or astral projecting. Anyway, astral travel. I went back to one of my planets, and just all of a sudden I want to do this, and I was there, and it was totally different. But and the people, there were no drama when I went there. It was just so peaceful. I did get a younger entity did give me a big hug, and that was a first entity to hug me. But she said, "You have been gone longer this time than you ever have." So I hadn't even gone back in my dreams, but now that has opened up. So now that I can do a lot more of that. But just seeing that place, I didn't know it existed. And I said, I'd like to see what it looks like. And people knew me. So I knew I was in the right place.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And that was through a vision, or?
Basically, I went in not a complete meditation. It's like, okay, I want to do this. Yeah, I don't know if I made it to theta or not. I hope I did. But yeah, it was great. And just to get an idea of what the other place looked like. And yes, I've been back in my dreams now, but now that I've activated that, I can go back and forth. So that's a good thing.
Wish I could access the Akashic records. Oh yeah. Yeah, our Akashic records, I do believe, are in our cells. And then I do believe that Mother Gaia carries a lot of Akashic records. I heard that that dolphins and whales also have the Akashic records of planet Earth, but I don't know.
Not just those. There was a mammal. I mean, other mammals, earthly mammals that had that too. I don't know if it was an elephant because remember, an elephant remembers everything.
Yeah, they're majestic. They're such majestic animals. They're incredible.
And chickens remember 100 faces.
Oh,
They remember what you look like. So what happens when you get to 101? You might forget. They might forget the very first one that they saw if they haven't seen it.
it just kind of
yeah,
filters out.
That's what
yeah,
I'm thinking.
Filters out.
But that was amazing to me. It was amazing that they're finding these things out.
Yeah. What about crows?
I think crows, eagles, and owls are totally above humans as far as what they remember and what they know.
I believe they come from their own planet too.
Yeah, and they do hand down that information too. I'm sure that happens. We have hawks around our house, and one even happened to be in a basket by my house recently. When you're talking about strange behavior of animals, and then hopped down on the ground, was walking around, getting water off the ground and stuff. And it was just unusual.
They're just the animals are changing, and I mean, I thought that was such a cool thing when that scientists are like looking into it and stuff. Not that I really believe in science too much, but I think it's good that we're looking in different directions when it comes to this. But yeah, Atlantis, so many. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay, back to it. I went to the next one. Sorry.
Oh yes, dolphins in Atlantis. So many started from Atlantis. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be very interesting to find out what Atlantis is really about. I do believe, I question all of that stuff big time. That and Lemuria. I question a lot of it. I think there's a lot of truths in there. Just kind of, you got to do your discernment, I guess, when it comes to that stuff.
What feels right?
Yeah,
what doesn't?
feels right. Yeah, and does it even matter? Does
Yeah.
it matter?
Yeah.
That's another thing too. Ask you that question, you guys, every time you're doing something or you're exploring something or you're thinking about something, does it matter?
Yeah.
Just ask yourself that. And if it doesn't matter, then just stop.
Yeah. And when you get hooked on one thought in your head and it just keeps coming back, exactly. Does it really matter?
Does it matter? Yeah. And again, if it just keeps coming and racing in your head, that's the critters. It's the critters hijacking your thoughts. I loved dolphins when I was a kid. Had figurines everywhere. It was raised. Oh yeah,
Florida.
Dolphins. Same. I used to collect all kinds of stuff with dolphins. I used to love going swimming with the dolphins. I'm from Orange County, and and so I was always body surfing or whatever. I was always out in the ocean because I didn't live that far from it, and it seemed like it would be around. I'd say about 4, 5, or 6. I'd go out to the ocean and go swim, and every time I'd look around and there'd be a dolphin right there. I was saved by dolphins before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when I go in the ocean, it's crazy. I'm water, I'm Cancer.
Yeah,
so I feel right at home when I'm in the water. And when I was a kid, I didn't care. I would go in canals. I did some crazy stuff as a kid. As long as I was in the water, that's all I cared about. So I did some really courageous things as a child. I would try to swim with the dolphins. That's what I wanted. I called the dolphins in. That's the reason why I would go swimming so late in the evening. So, and that was just when I was a kid. That's something innately going on inside of me.
See, mine were horses. I was always drawn to horses.
Oh, okay. Well, horses are very interesting animals too. They're very powerful, strong,
and very majestic as far as I'm concerned. Maybe not quite as big or majestic as an elephant. But I'll take a horse any day.
Yeah,
Clydesdales, I love them, but love them all. Victor says before my mom passed away, she loved dolphins. She must have been a dolphin in one of her previous incarnations.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that idea.
She could have came from the dolphin planet. I mean, we don't know much about the sea. We don't know. The sea is a completely foreign area for us. We don't know much. We haven't discovered too much from it, except for I do know that that's where the archons come from. That they do, the parasites come from the sea. That I do believe. Um, but other than that, I don't know much. I mean, look at seahorses. I mean, look at all the stuff that we do know about it and how interesting it is. Look at a starfish.
Yes. I mean, that's just, I don't know what your, oh, over here we have Freakin,
Friken,
can't wait.
Shelley,
Children.
Julie, and Claudine, my region. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And then Victor lives in a whole different world than we do here in America. I mean, we got to get out. We got to get these borders down. We've got to be able to travel amongst wherever we want to travel, you guys. I mean, there's so much that we're missing out on.
Yeah. And all they want is to take from us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, once we open up everything and have the, military stand down, we love the military, the ones that are truly there to protect and serve. And remember, that's the two things: protect and serve.
Yeah.
And somehow some of them have forgotten those two words.
And that's the skull mind control. It's the critters, you guys. They're especially if they're in the military. Could you imagine what they've been pumped up with a lot of stuff, you guys, a lot. I think the higher ranking ones are definitely chipped for sure.
Well, I'm not sure about that because a lot of them are coming out against what is happening as well. The
Yep,
ones
we've
that
got
have been
some. Yep,
retired.
we've
and all,
got
yeah.
some good ones, and I've always said if anyone's going to lead us out of this BS, it's going to be our veterans. They know. They were frontliners. They were pumped up with so much crap. Do you guys know that I have a client right now who was in the Air Force? Remember the anthrax threat?
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah, they pumped her up with anthrax, you guys,
Wow.
for 2 months every day. The whole platoon.
Oh my.
Anthrax in their blood for 2 months every day. Come on now.
How do you
Right
get
there,
out of
that's
that?
proof. That gave me proof right there that, oh my gosh, what did our government do to our people who just wanted they went in with a pure heart, you guys, to protect and serve, to fight for a country that they believed in. And this is the stuff they did. You guys know about Agent Orange,
Yeah.
and what they did to our Vietnam veterans. Come on now, it's not a secret, you guys.
No, it isn't.
It's not. It's not.
And also, I don't know if it was in between the Korean and Vietnam or after the Vietnam. They also have the government has a huge plantation in Georgia that grows, what does it grow? Grows hemp. And they experiment on a lot of the military as well. So
That's how they illegalized psilocybin, you guys. They gave literally, it's a really short, brief experiment, and they gave a bunch of soldiers psilocybin, and then they expected them to march in line. It's real. In the 70s, and after that, they said it's a Schedule 1 drug. They can't listen to us. No, because when you're on psilocybin, you're now in your pure consciousness because you've kicked out
yes.
your ego from your default mechanism part of your brain. But they didn't know how any of it worked. Now we do. So yeah, when you give someone a bunch of psilocybin, they literally come out of where self is created, which is your ego, and they're in their complete consciousness of bliss. So yeah, no, they're going to be like, oh, I love you, hugging their guns. There's a video of them hugging their guns.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I remember the Freedom Flotilla, but I don't remember what happened to it.
The flotilla?
Freedom Flotilla.
No, wait, hey, so yeah, give us the scoop on that.
And then
Jess.
Going to Norway in September for a 4-day trip to see the fjords. Claudine, you need to get to it.
Oh, yes, I want to go to Norway so bad, so bad.
And then this is Jess again. Dropkick Murphy had an event on D-Day, and veterans showed up and showed out for the cause.
Really?
I'm not sure what you meant by that, but
No, well, they had some event somewhere
yeah.
on D-Day, Doomsday. Wasn't that Doomsday, right?
Well, D-Day, one of the D-Days was December 7th, so I'm not sure which
And the
D-Day that
veterans
was.
showed up. Yeah. I
They
mean,
do. Yeah, they were detained. Oh, that's right.
oh,
On the fourth, I think it was on Friday the 13th, there was a lot of veterans that sat on the steps of the Capitol, and they were detained. An 80-year-old veteran pushing a walker
was arrested.
was arrested,
I saw
and he
that.
was separated from his walker. They should be
Shameful on
tried.
how can the military and the police keep doing this? They're humans too, you guys. They're going to end up turning around and saying, "No, I'm going with the people. Well, I'm going back with my people." I think that they'll wake up to they've got to.
Oh, that's right.
They have to. I heard there was a police sergeant somewhere that said that he will not be arresting the undocumented people.
Mm-hmm.
He's standing up and fighting. I saw a brief moment. I saw someone posting something on TikTok for a second,
Yep.
and I was, yay for that. We need more of that. Okay.
There was a chief of police.
Oh, it was a chief police.
A
chief of police. Okay.
It was a small town. He says, "I'm not arresting anybody here, and nobody's coming in and doing it either.
No.
We won't allow it."
Good.
And he had neighbors around him.
Good.
It wasn't happening.
I would do the same thing if I was a chief of police.
And the Freedom Flotilla was Greta. Yes, Greta. She was from Sweden, I think, wasn't it? Anyway, they went over by Palestine, and they were boarded and detained by Israelis. Yes, they were sent home, but they weren't allowed to do what they wanted, what they needed to do to help others.
Yes,
we got to keep doing this, people. We got
to push. They just want separation, divide, hate, chaos. They want us to go, at each other, but we don't want to go at each other. I don't want to go at. You know what I want to do? I'm gonna have lunch with you.
Yes. Yes.
Let's go cook. Let's go do some cooking.
Oh yeah.
Let me learn your spices, and you can learn my spices, and let's grow together. And that's the whole point of when I helped get cannabis legalized, you guys. And this was a long time ago. Our whole agenda was about getting it legalized, getting our born given rights back to us, and sharing our cannabis with each other, with one another, with our medicine that we make. And that was really what getting cannabis legalized was really, truly the agenda. Yes, of course, money, darkness, government. You saw what happened to the industry, and now it's just polluted with darkness.
I don't know what Greta made a big mistake. Anyway, found this quick, just
show people.
I don't know what you wanted me to show people. Anyway, but when anybody looked at what was happening in Washington, D.C., which was a birthday of both the Army and Trump, there were more soldiers showed up than there were spectators. Okay.
Honoring a dead man. Just saying.
I know. And then you see what's happening in every single city, town, village. Okay. That was togetherness. That was togetherness.
Yes, that was beautiful.
And so thankful for the togetherness.
Or honoring orange people.
Exactly. Urging the citizens who are in Israel to flee immediately. Yeah.
China is urging their citizens who are in. Oh yeah, it's going to get pretty ugly. I mean, you guys remember, I've said this before. I know I sound like a broken record. They cannot create anymore. They cannot create. All they can do is destroy. That is why I'm telling you there's no hope for them. They are just fully immersed in darkness, and that is who they are. But remember, they're broke. They're broke. Nobody has any money. The only ones who have money, I think, at this point of the game is the churches, the Mormons, the Vatican, the Muslims, the big churches that have, the big leaders. I think they're the only ones who actually have money at this time. So the governments, they're broke. They're financially broke and they're spiritually broke.
And
So
Victor Turnage, don't buy from the dispensaries. Buy from somebody you know.
Yeah.
Because,
buy from a local grower.
Yeah.
Or grow your own. Grow your own. That's the best thing. Take that seed, put that in the ground, and now it's going to grow the cannabinoids, the terpenes, the flavonoids, the trichomes, everything you need to heal your body.
Yeah.
So it's trial and error growing cannabis, but it grows wild. It's a weed.
Yes. And
why do they call it weed?
And the Louisiana swamps, great place. I know that in Hawaii, they have some great places that grow out in Hawaii too. I mean, they can do it underneath the foliage, so it can't be seen from above.
Yep. It's legal in Louisiana. I don't know if they have the grow rights, but I know that they have dispensaries there. Yeah.
Yes, but the dispensaries again,
it's poison. It's all poison.
That's what they say.
It's I have a client that's from California. She owned her own dispensary. Moved here. She got really sick, so she ended up here. She had to sell everything, and it was the dispensary weed that made her sick. You guys, very sick. She has a feeding tube now.
So, is that lady? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Owned a dispensary, and she likes her weed, she likes her edibles, and she was sick already, thinking that was going to help her, and again it made her sicker. And like I said, she has a feeding tube, and she's very young. She's only 44 years old.
That is young. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's very young. Yeah, but she's full of critters too. So, and she knows it. She totally knows it. So now that she's consulting with me, she goes and she may have had her feeding tube taken out yesterday.
Oh, good.
She came to see me just before she was able to get the feeding tube. If not, she made the appointment to get that taken.
I saw the raccoons and possums riding crocs around in Louisiana.
What?
Yes.
No way. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. I'd be so excited if I saw some stuff like that.
Yes.
Geez, we saw a dragonfly on the freeway and I was getting all excited. What is the dragonfly doing? I know. What's it doing over here?
Yeah. Over the freeway.
I know. It's in the wrong spot.
Okay. It is that time where we got to say goodbye.
Okay.
However, I do want to remind you, anyone in the Phoenix area, which hopefully there's still some people on, that on this Friday, even though tomorrow is coming quicker, I want to remind you of the, Elevated by Claudene Mushroom Club, the Shroom Club.
Oh, yeah, you guys, that's this Friday. And, you guys want to see the logs that we're going to inoculate? So you guys know that I went foraging for logs several weeks ago. It was about 2 weeks before I broke my foot. So I'm a lot better at foraging than I am kayaking. So we're going to inoculate logs, you guys. That's what I'm teaching this Friday for the solstice. We'll be doing a big solstice celebration. I'm going to do the cliche thing because I've never done it before. I'm going to just serve stuffed mushrooms. I have never served that in the whole entire time that I've been doing my mushroom club, and I'm close to 3 years now.
Wow.
And because it's just so cliche, it's just, kind of what's expected. So I've never done it. But I'm going to do it for the solstice. I don't have much time, especially with having a broken foot, to get and do something too. I want to do the fried chicken of the woods. I wanted to do that, but that's a lot of work. Yes. And I just, with the broken foot and getting the logs here and all the stuff that is going to require for me to put this shenanigan together, I'm just going to do it simple and do stuffed mushrooms. It'll be way easier for me. But here's the logs that we will be inoculating. Oh, geez. Jewel Moon's on the logs. So these are the logs that I foraged.
She's giving her approval.
Yeah, she's sharpening her nails on them. So those are honey mesquite logs. And we will be inoculating them with plugs, not psilocybin. You can't do psilocybin on logs. Not that I'm sure we can, but I've never tried to do that. We'll be inoculating with shiitakes, lion's mane, oysters. I think we're going to try some reishi. We about 5 or 6 different mushrooms. Maitakes. We've got all kinds of the plugs, and we drill holes in the logs, and then we plug them up, and then we put honey over it, and then we put honey on the side of the logs, and then you keep them very moist all summer long, all year long, and this time next year they should start sprouting some mushrooms, edible and medicinal ones.
Cool.
So if you're in the valley and you're interested, come see me. It's this coming Friday at 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay. It's like, where am I at here? All right. I want to, let's get rid of the QR code real quick. And tonight we have the Psychic Squad, the class. Love to have you guys there, all of you there. It helps us a lot. I wouldn't be on here if I hadn't gone through that. And I still practice every day. Practice makes not perfect, but makes
Better.
I was going to say more practice. It just elevates. It helps elevate and makes you better. Okay. And okay, I want to go back. So that is tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Yes, it is 6 p.m. also for 7 to 9. Wait a minute. Yeah, 6 p.m. for Pacific Daylight Time. It is 7 p.m. for Mountain Daylight Time. Yes, there's daylight time. Arizona is Mountain Standard Time. We don't change. And then Central Daylight Time is 8 o'clock, and Eastern Daylight Time is 9 o'clock. So just want to make you guys aware of that. Now, tomorrow morning, I'm excited to have Sarah Lyle on. And Sarah Lyle is a medium psychic and spiritual artist. She is a very accomplished artist. And she does believe in star seeds, and she does believe in the different planets we were from. And she has a different perspective on that, and love to have you come. Hopefully Victor, you guys are listening. The Victors. And to the Victors go the spoil. Anyway, at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And tomorrow night will be Don and Angie, A5 Says, and Sonoran Mystic Tarot. I'm trying to get, okay, that's Sonoran Mystic Tarot. And Miss Angie. Okay, on Thursday, just going to say it, is Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot, along with Sonoran Mystic Tarot at Thursday morning. Friday morning, I'll be back with Scott. And Friday evening will be Sarah Lyle and Miss Bonnie on Friday Night Live Happy Hour. On Saturday morning, Miss Susan at 10 a.m. On Sunday morning, Jess, are you guys coming back? It's not Father's Day, so they should be back. Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is the same as Pacific Daylight Time. Okay, let's see. And that's Sunday morning. And Sunday afternoon, Sherry Beery and A5 Says should be there at around Mountain 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And that they are issues, so they might be a little late. Monday, I'm not sure who's going to be going on. I'm not sure if Umber has one, and we will be back on Tuesday.
I'll be live Monday night at 5:22.
Yeah, I always forget that.
Yeah.
You're going to have to send me some paperwork. So
Yeah, I'll have to do something. I'll have to get a link. So Ann and I will be again
Yes.
live Monday at 5:22 talking about, guess what? critters. Always talking about the critters.
And whatever else pops up.
Yeah, whatever else pops up. Yeah, but
Just
just
the hard truth, right?
yeah. No, we just
Change
it's just called Anne and Claudine Live.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna probably name it some kind of a critter name. We're gonna because we talk so much about critters, so that's kind of what we want to be known for. To be honest with you, that's what we're aiming on our live is just to be known for that we're the critter girls. We talk about everything critters.
Well, hopefully you get rid of all your critters, and then what were you going to talk about?
We're just gonna keep helping people get rid of their critters.
Yes.
It'll never end.
Until-
until we get everyone decritter-sized. I just made up a word.
Yes,
and then
critter.
don't forget to go to my website, you guys, and get the Solstice 5-day channel elimination. And just take a look at it. There's a QR code right there. It'll take you straight to it. And go ahead and print that out or write your notes or whatever. And then we'll come back next Monday or next Tuesday. I'm sorry. And we'll see what happened with everyone.
Yes.
Take your pictures. Don't forget to take pictures, please. And if nothing comes out, it's okay. We're going to go into the full heavy metal detox because things don't really start moving until you start to get those heavy metals out of your body. But this way, you're just warning, the critters, hey, there's some change coming. So
I've been warning them for almost a year now, so hopefully I can do something a little bit more.
Start moving
yes.
some of these out. Like I said, it took 1 year. I didn't start seeing until I hit the 1 year mark of no sugar. So
now, just real quick, you have talked about papaya seeds in honey. Are you still doing that?
I haven't done the trick. Oh, the trick that I would do with them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't done that trick in a while. Because I'm always I change up all the time, you guys. But you just reminded me. I think that'll be my next thing. I think I'll do the papaya and the sugar. So my trick, you guys, with the
natural sugar, it's honey.
Yeah, it's honey. I get the natural honey and I put it on the papaya a little bit and I eat it. So that way the critters start to come out saying, "Oh, she had sugar. Oh yes," and they come out and then boom, here comes the papaya seeds and wipes them out. That's how I visualize it in my head.
That was the first one started coming out when she did that.
Yeah, when I first did that, and she's like, putting honey. No, you don't want to sweeten them up. And then I told her my theory, and she started laughing.
Like,
you're like,
yeah.
oh, okay, I see the method behind your madness.
Yeah, I'm not ready to do too much honey right now. I'm allowing a little bit in when I want to get movement of them.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hardly ever do anything. Yeah, I just kind of stay away from all the sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I want something sweet, I make my banana bread.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I meant as far as getting them moving.
Oh, yeah,
I
get them
have
moving
a
out.
touch of just a touch of
I'm
honey.
I'm addicted to it, and I'm addicted to getting yours out too. So,
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming in today. We do appreciate each and every one of you. And
have a happy everything.
yes, believe in what resonates.